Alright, nothing. I'm down, and we drew land. So, yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and just nut curve. Playing pile drivers a little bit better when I have the Rabble Master. If this gets to live, it's just so much damage. Sure. So this blocks here, they take 8. If I draw a land, they probably just die. I mean, even if I don't. Get like a Catacomb Sifter and then to Edict me, but doesn't answer the Rabble Master, so I don't think too much bad can happen. Sure. Sure. Okay. Gain a bunch of life. What can they play here? I guess like another Cutthroat or another Priest? I'm definitely just sacking this guy. Sure, it's fine. Alright, well, we just want land. Maybe I stacked this wrong, but this probably has to get blocked either way. So it doesn't matter. This is 10, 12, they go to 1. And I have this guy. Yeah, so I just had the nut draw. Went 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably my deck's best possible draw, I think. So we'll take it. It's not a bad way to start. See if they can crawl out of it. I don't really know what they could do, but some life gain. Sure. It's best to kill this for sure. I don't think it matters. This thing has to block. Yeah. Alright, so we are against Citadel. There's definitely a Chain Whirler matchup. I don't want their little idiots in the way. And then I guess maybe just a Braid. I don't think I could Trash Master. Having an extra Lord isn't that bad, and then it obviously kills Citadel and Treasures. I don't think I want these big things. I think I just want these 7. It should be enough. And what do I want to take out? So these ones are a bit mopey. Some of the lists haven't been playing elves. I'm going to assume they have elves because I didn't see Cauldron Familiar or Witch's Oven. So we'll leave these in. And then maybe I can just trim on the Dragon Fodder guys. Or Snoop, potentially. I don't know how much of this matchup is going to be grindy. I want Loyalist, actually. Loyalist is good. Rabble Master's actually maybe a bit mopey. Pile Driver's probably the same. A lot of the time they'll just be able to block it. Could also trim Bushwhacker if I have interactive stuff. Maybe I just want this. Just turn a little bit more mid-rangey. Obviously still have a bunch of aggressive draws. Maybe I want this guy. I just don't think it's necessary. Alright, we'll try this. But yeah, I mean, that was obviously a good showing. I think that if there's going to be a deck that can beat my, like, absolute best draws, it's probably this deck, because it plays, like, Catacomb Sifter and stuff like that. Like, it's just good at blocking idiots, but hopefully Chain Whirler is going to help afterboard. Okay, so this is great. Actually get to just answer this on turn 1, so that's nice. And then I just have a perfect curve upward. Not a bad little goblin. Killing their land. Sure. So depending on what they play, I can maybe Rabble Master. If not, if I think Chain Whirler is better, I can just do that. This is obviously just going to be good at attacking. So I'll get 2 Scries. I think I'm content to just Chain Whirl here. Definitely not the best for me, but I had a 3/3 first strike to the board and it mops up their stuff, so I'll take it. It's pretty free. Maybe I just don't want any of the pile drivers. Alright, so this is company, which is annoying, but just play land and attack with both, I think. Braid lines up pretty nicely because it kills Man Devil. And then obviously if they try to do Citadel stuff. But maybe, I don't know, it's possible that in this matchup they're boarding out. So how are they blocking? There's a lot of block. It's possible in this matchup they're boarding out their Citadels. But I'm uncertain. This is going to be annoying. The priest is also going to be annoying. I think I'll kill these. I have 2 cards left. I just have to hope they don't have like another company. My hand's obviously good. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Okay. At least it's not something that's good priest. But this thing's going to be huge. And I have to go wide. Could be post-board. It could be a matchup where I want Chandra and... Oh, that's a good card. This is 4. This is extra 4. Maybe I can just attack. So I'm suiciding this guy. Okay. Elf is fine. Okay. Well, let's just put some pressure on them, I guess. I was going to say they could have Citadel, but them cashing this in, I guess, makes sense. But yeah, my hand's great. So if they don't do anything here and I get to do this, yeah, this is... probably not better than just Rabble Mastering. we have this afterwards. So if they don't draw a collected company, I'm pretty confident about my position. Well, that was a very close game. GG. Yeah, no complaints. I drew very well. Their hands looked good. Like, my draws lined up really well versus theirs. And I thought that would be kind of maybe a scary matchup. So, happy to get it 2-0. We'll just mulligan. So it's kind of close, but much better. A lot of times this card's just going to be a 4-drop, so I don't really need the second one. We just have 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is the type of hand where, like, if I play against mono black aggro or a control deck, maybe it's scary. Lair with no 1-drop is maybe good news for me. We'll see. We'll see if I draw a land. Can't imagine. I don't really know what they're playing, to be honest. That's a blocker. This forces this to die, but that's okay. Yeah, Legion Loyalist is pretty great with these goblins. Definitely like that. Alright, land please. Okay, so these are just gonna trade. If I want to block here. And then I guess I'm gonna play a Lord anyway. It's still probably best. And then they have a bunch of mana. They can just play a big guy next turn, or maybe 2 things. But if we find a land, like we have the board, they're at 8. I have this Mutavault. I have some things going on for me. And green's, like mono green's typically not that good at dealing with creatures. They could have a fight spell that would be really good for them. We'll see what happens. That's a large guy. 2 mana left. What up? 1/1, sure. Okay, they have the fight spell too. Alright, well they kind of had exactly what they needed. We draw tap land. It's not that bad, actually. it's another big-ish thing. It's bad for me because it just eats the goblins. That's two big things. Okay, I think I've lost this game, but we'll see. We'll see if goblins can make a miracle happen. Attack, sure. Alright, well that's a thing, I guess. We're just gonna jam and hope I can, like, exactly sneak across damage. I don't think I will, right? So this eats this. This trades here. This blocks. They take 3. Do it again next turn. So this is a matchup where I can put in the lava coils and the Chandras. And I don't think, maybe Chain Whirler on the play. Maybe I just want like 2 Chain Whirlers, but yeah, Coil's great against Old Growth Troll. Am I dead? Oh, I just died. Okay, of course. I didn't really pay attention to that, but that makes sense. Okay, I think we are going to lose this match, but we'll give it our all. Seems a bit tough. I think it's definitely a winnable matchup, but I could see them being favored. It probably comes down to exactly the card Prey Upon. If they don't draw the card Prey Upon, well, then we could just have our things live and then sort of go wide past them. But if they do have Prey Upon, it's difficult. Like, they can answer a Lord or some sort of key goblin that's gonna enable my other shitters to matter more or happen more. Do I want a Braid? Alright, I'm gonna do 2 Chain Whirlers on the play. I definitely want all the big stuff removal. I don't think I need Trash Master. I don't think I want a Braid. It kills the wolf, but so does this stuff. And then that should be it. So don't know if I need Loyalist. This is appealing for Elf. Snoop's a tricky one, because, like, they can kill me so quickly, but there's going to be some board states where, like, they need to not attack me, because if they attack me, it's worse for them. I'm going to deal more damage attacking back. So if Snoop can just, like, be something I draw in a board stall, it's kind of appealing. Bushwhacker just helps with my nut draws, but if I'm adding in more interactive spells, those are going to happen less often. So I think I don't know if I want this Prospector. I guess it lets me turn to a Chain Whirler. It also ramps me to Chandra. I think it can randomly be good with this sideboard configuration. And then Rabblemaster kind of sucks, but I think it's fine. Maybe I just want all 4 Chain Whirlers on the play. I think it's okay though. Like, I'm fine with just running in little guys. We'll try this. This is nonsense sideboarding, but I don't really know what I'm doing. We're just getting a feel. Okay, so like this hand is kind of just bad, right? Like, I drew both of my Snoops that I was saying wouldn't be good unless it was a board stall. I don't have a good aggressive draw, and I can't answer an Elf. Okay. So this is a hand that is probably bad against the 3/3. But I think I'm going to keep it anyway. And hope they don't have the 3/3. Yeah, maybe I want to Braid. Like, just a 3/3 on turn 2 is pretty annoying, because my deck's decent against these Elves. But I just have to cross my fingers and hope they don't have a 2-drop. The deck probably plays, like, not that many. Okay, they have a one-lander. I guess they mulligan. I wasn't really paying attention, but this one might just be a runaway. I don't know what they could really have. Like, they could draw a land and play a 5/4, I guess, but then I'm pile driving with haste. They have to block one of my things. They're taking 1,000,000 damage. Alright, well, they had it, but they didn't have the land, so that's pretty lucky for me. I think this one's over. And we just also have the den, so. So I want to stack this and this. Get our dude. These grow a little more. It's 11-4. Alright, you go 1. Yeah, this deck's absurd. Alright, now we get to be sad and lose on the on the draw, maybe. We'll see. Alright. I don't think Chain Whirler does enough if I'm on the draw. So I guess I just swapped them out for a Braids, maybe. I think that makes sense. Like, a Braid's probably an appealing card if they have, like, a mediocre draw. Which I think I'm going to need them. Like, I'm going to either have to have, a hand that answers Elf and a nut draw, or they're going to have a mediocre draw. Like, I don't see it too many other ways. See, this is a tricky hand, because this is kind of like a 4-drop. I'm going to have to Lava Coil the thing they play on turn 2, and I don't get to kill the Elf. I'm not sure if I want to mulligan, though. But I don't think this hand wins. The question is, what draw wins? If I'm mulliganing and my plan is to answer Elf, and then, like, whatever Lava Coil later anyway, I guess I keep. I don't get the answer to the Elf, but I have the Lava Coil to answer, like, a turn 2 big thing, and then maybe Snoop plus Goblins can outgrind what they're doing. I think I want to sandbag the Snoop to try to make sure it's getting a card so it doesn't die to prey upon. But there's the Elf. Oh, beautiful. Well, I get everything I want. Didn't have to mulligan. Fnatic Firebrand has been good. We played against 2 Elvish Mystic decks in a row, so I've definitely been happy I included that card. So 3/3 question mark. Alright, they have 3/3. I don't think I'm gonna try to answer it yet. I'm gonna play Snoop just to see if we can get some freebies. If they have the prey upon, so be it. Means they're not playing a 3-drop, I guess. That sucks. Alright, well, at least I know I'm drawing an answer to the Elf. I guess I'm just gonna answer their 2 things. The other option is just put a pile driver into play. Like, if they just attack me and do nothing. If they draw a land and play the troll, I'd rather save the coil. I'll just take the 3 here. It's fine. Okay, there's your tap land. Well, coiling ooze is definitely better than coiling this thing, so kind of worked out. Alright, so they have 1 card. I have a lot of good things going for me. Prospector actually looking nice here. love just to have a land so I don't have to sack my goblin, but... This animates as a 1/1 unless they draw a land. I'll just pass. If they draw a land, I'm probably going to let my Chandra go and then just bash them back. Let's get trample. Does get trample. Well, that's awkward. I probably should have done things differently. Okay. Well, now I'm blocking. Gotta draw a card, but whatever. It's a pretty good turn for them. Not a bad draw. Okay, so I have 6 mana. Which means I can just make the mana and Rabblemaster Battlecry. That's probably better than trying to get a free card. Yeah, like this has to go into the Chandra. And then if I draw a land, I have this. Like, if I don't, I still have all these activations. Could technically just block. If I block and they use 4 mana, they have 1 mana left. I lose my Chandra and my thing, and then... Probably bad for me, right? Yeah. I'm down for this. They might just be dead. Okay, Chandra's dead. You got it, boss. I mean, they have to just be... maybe not. It's a lot of damage, though. I'm at 11. They probably can't kill me on the crackback, either. Yeah, this deck is crazy. Wow. Okay, well, we got pretty lucky, but I assume this is lethal. I didn't count. Alright. Keep it going, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I drew the answer to the elf. Everything came up in my favor. Like I said, I assume that matchup they're favored. It helps. The lava coils help a lot after board. Do they have 5 toughness things? I guess I don't know if the mono green decks play Love Struck Beast anymore. I don't think they do. So Lava Coil pretty cleanly answers all their stuff if it's Steel Leaf Champion and what's it called? The Troll. But I'll admit, after board, the Prospector does seem better because I have these 4s some of the time. Also, just turn 2 Chain Whirling is appealing. I'm playing against like an elf deck. So we'll see though. Fnatic. So the the best 1-drops in order for me, I think it has to go this way with Prospector and last. Even though I am like saying it seems maybe a little better than I was giving credit for, but yeah, this card is just like gonna hit for 3 and 4 a lot of the time. Firebrand is just so good versus other aggressive decks and elf decks, which elf deck seems like something you're gonna struggle with if you can't answer. And then Loyalist gives First Strike to Pile Driver and Rabblemaster, which is appealing because it's really easy to just block those things and not care. I'll take winning die rolls. I'm into that. So this hand is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this deck's very clean. Opponent mulligan is 6. We haven't played against a companion yet, have we? Okay, all Elvish Mystics. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't love my spot, but haven't been really playing against Snoop matchups. Snoop was a card that I thought about maybe having in the sideboard. Mono green again? Okay, well that's a 4/3 at least. So we lead on Snoop. Just say go and bash next turn, I guess. No prey upons, please. No collect companies, please. Burning Emissary, okay. So this is like a more devotion version of the aggro deck. That's really bad for me. Okay. Killed Snoop. I guess that's fine. I'll let him have their free card. Yeah. Okay. So Loyalist is going to be good here. Okay, so this goes first. That's a lot of beatdown. This gets eaten. This gets eaten. They take 17. I have a Ramen Up Runes in play, so that block is not super great. I didn't even see what they got. Alright, they just concede. Cool. Jesus Christ, goblins. Alright, so same way, we're on the draw. We'll put in, and they also even showed a 4/3, which is pretty great for me. Put in Chandra, Coil, a Braid. And then what was I trimming? 2 Snoops. 2 Instigators, Bushwhacker. And then I think I was considering getting rid of Rabble Master, but decided against it. Yeah. Another thing that's kind of cool about this deck is I think it's just giga cheap. Like, what would the expensive cards be? Den's probably like 2 tickets. Snoop's probably like 2 tickets. Rabble Master might be like a ticket or 2. Chandra's 2 tickets. Like, this deck is probably like 20 tickets. So if it's good, it's very appealing, especially for new players. I want to mulligan the sand, but maybe I can keep it. It's the same. It's actually the same logic that I had before, where it's like I just have to play a game where I'm probably gonna have to coil the thing that comes after the elf. And my opponent's playing mono green devotion. They're not necessarily just aggro. Like, they could be aggressive, but I think they might be a Nissa deck. If they're a Nissa deck, I really want to answer elf on turn 1. I'm gonna try this hand. I don't know if it's right to keep. I should have checked to see if my opponent mulliganed. I did not, but they don't have turn 1 elf, so it's not a bad deal. It's gonna be hard for these Rabble Masters to matter. Also, the second Rabble Master forcing the first one to attack is kind of awkward, but it probably is relevant. No turn 1 elf is good news for me. I'm kind of surprised. They must have a hand with a bunch of burning trees, maybe. I wonder if I'm supposed to have a 1-mana removal spell. Oath of Nissa, sure. Okay, so no Burning Tree. Not yet, at least. I'm gonna coil the elf. Voracious Hydra's pretty great. That is not a card that I want to play against. Do they have... Okay, they don't have a blocker, so... I get free Goblin pressure, which is pretty good. Let's see what they do. I might just play Rabble Master. Depending. Can always double Pile Driver. This might be Gargaroth. Okay, well I cannot beat that card. I'll try though. Okay, if this is their plan, I kind of like my odds because I'm gonna have Chain Whirler on the play, and like this is pretty slow, and my deck's really good at killing elves. So we'll see. I don't think I'm beating this card though, especially when I have Rabble Master in play. It's like very good. I'll give myself a turn. They're probably just gonna play like a second one or some shit though. What's the card that makes it so they can't block with tokens? That would be a good draw. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put in all 4 Chain Whirlers. I really needed to deny them mana at every opportunity. So I guess we'll take out the Abrades. This attacks, makes it 3/3. I cry. I would say I can just concede for time, but these games are so fast that I don't mind just chilling, taking a breather. Yeah, Legion Loyalist is the one I want, but I don't even think that'll matter. Okay, I'm getting my ass beat. Yeah, sure. All day. Take 9. Oh, shit. You've got an extra mana. I don't know what they're about to play, but the fact that they're playing a spell and not nothing is good enough. They're being very thoughtful, which, you know, I respect, but I think I was dead, so. I don't know how thoughtful they needed to be. Okay. Like I said, I need to kill elves. Elf killing is my path to victory. Do I want Chandra? Because I know that their devotion is kind of slow. Could just have a braid over it. This gives me so many ways to kill elves. Because like I said, it's going to be really hard for me to beat Gargaroth. Like, maybe randomly I'll just have both of, or 2 copies of this card. Obviously that'll do it, but. Do I want no Snoops versus Voracious Hydra Devotion? Or do I want to trim on 3s? So I want my draw to just be like, turn 1 this into stuff. Does that mean that I want more 2s? This is probably fine. I have 10 and 11 1s, and then I have braids and coils, so. Alright, we're almost becoming the controlling deck here, but I think this is a configuration I can get behind. Maybe I want Chandra over Rabblemaster? I don't think so. I could even have a Braid over Rabblemaster. Alright, let's try it. Okay, this is nothing that I want. Got a mulligan. Hope for something better. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. I guess I'm keeping Chain Whirler. Could mulligan a land, but don't think I should. Just hope they have double elf or something. I don't like that they blocked. I was really hoping that elf was more important. Oh, they have double. Oh my god, I do like that they blocked. I don't know why. I thought they were just going to play like a big thing, but. Okay, that's very poggers. I don't even know what they could do now. Feels like they're just dead. Okay, no Nykthos. Again, block. Can Nykthos Gargaroth me, I guess? They have to have the card Nykthos. I mean, it might not be good enough if I draw a land. Yeah. Okay. Fast and easy. Not bad. I don't know. To be honest, I kind of expected my games to go this way. We played against 3 elf decks, but like, last time I streamed, I played against this goblin deck twice, and I just got smashed. And it didn't really feel close. Like, a lot of the times I was just dead, and they had like creature lands that I felt like I was gonna lose to regardless. And I also thought that my opponent's decks seemed incredibly misbuilt. Like they were just playing cards that they shouldn't be playing, like War Master or whatever it's called, War Chief. So I had pretty high hopes for this deck, and so far things are going well. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to lose to a control deck either. It seems like it's pretty difficult. Like, as long as you have a plan versus something like Supreme Verdict, which I do, and some of the time it doesn't even matter if they verdict you, because you just have haste and creature lands, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the new goblins are just really strong, specifically this one. Yeah, I think Battlecry Goblin and Den of the Bugbear are just such huge gains for this deck. They just do so much for you. And, I mean, you rarely activate this ability, I assume, but it probably comes up, and just a 2/3 3-mana Lord is something that you're probably in the market for if you're just trying to play a pile of shitters. So, I think this card is much better than, like, say, Metallic Mimic, something like that. And yeah, you just play games like Mono Red, where you just try to nut draw them, and with the creature land and the haste stuff, you just have a little bit more resiliency. We're winning every die roll, so that helps. So this is a draw where I can sort of show how good Foundry Sheet Denizen is. Just capable of doing so much damage. Like, my nightmare scenario here is that they just play a Thraben Inspector. If they just play a Thraben Inspector, I'll be really sad. This is a spot where potential. Okay, tap land all day. It might be Niv. I was gonna say it potentially could be better to just play this, but I don't think so, really. You know, it definitely was better. I'm an idiot. I should have played the Battlecry Goblin. I don't know if it's gonna matter, but my curve is so much worse because of what I did. Also, this wouldn't be able to attack through carry, though. Okay. This is a pretty big highlight for the den, though, right? Where, like, imagine in this spot if I just had all mountains. I would already feel like I just can't afford to draw more mountains. It's gonna be so awkward for me if I keep drawing mountains. But like, if I'm just activating this, it's so good. It's gaining me board presence and attacking for 4. Okay, well, I guess they're dead. Just played against. I assume this is Niv, and they just kept a really slow hand. So I can play the Pile Driver, but if they kill my Battlecry Goblin in response, it's annoying. So we'll play the second Battlecry. Okay, so what do we want against Niv? 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so what is Niv even gonna board in? I don't really have any cards that look that meaningful. Could just try Ringleader, but I think I just want to be fast, so maybe that's not even the case. Ringleader will be good if they have a hand that effectively answers everything I'm doing. Bushwhacker seems good. On the draw, maybe I could trim Loyalists or Firebrand. I think I like making one of my 1-drops Ringleader. I think that makes sense. The question is which one. Probably not Prospector. Just do this. I think that these cards are both going to be low impact in the matchup. Does this do anything? Makes it so like a Tulsimir thing couldn't block. This obviously goes upstairs. Do I want Chandra? Kind of do. I could take out like a Lord. Let's try this. Just having Chandra as something that like deals damage and isn't necessarily hard for them to interact with, but like the mana burst from it can be good, and then it also is just like gonna be a deal too every turn. So against Niv, I guess I can keep. I don't really want to mulligan, and my 1-drops aren't that crazy good. This matchup's probably going to mostly come down to Sylvan Caryatid. Like, obviously, if they are playing Niv, their deck can have plenty of 2-mana removal, but the most important card seems like Sylvan Caryatid. Chandra's cool with Bushwhacker. I don't know how relevant that is. It's not like great or anything, but it's also good with Snoop. Like, the extra mana seems fine. Just lets me do some stuff. Alright, do they have the card? Alright, they have the card. That makes me sad, but what are you going to do? I'm playing mono red, so I can't do anything about this. I could Pithy Needle it. That's a card that could be in my sideboard. I want to offer up my Snoop yet. This doesn't do anything. If I play my Snoop, it makes it vulnerable. If I play my Pile Driver, it's just a 2-drop, so it's mana efficient. I guess I Pile Driver and then I Bushwhacker next turn. So yeah, we do this. This is better for multiple reasons. I kind of forgot that I was just going to be able to attack with a bunch of stuff. Chandra's also good against Shadow's Verdict, which is probably something they're going to want to be doing. This having Pro Blue is kind of nice here. Well, in theory, it's nice versus a 5-color deck. It's not nice here, but this is fine. We get to Rabble Master. Which is good for me. They might just have a turn 4 Niv, and not much is going to matter then, but it is what it is. It's like I said, if they have Caryatid, life's probably going to be kind of hard, but we get to be on the play in the third game, so maybe we can just have the nuts. If they have a bad draw, obviously we can still win, but I don't know what we're going to do versus a Niv here. I guess I could just draw land and go Denizen, Bushwhacker, attack all. Trade the Rabble Master for the Niv and have a big board. But they probably find Bring to Light and then mop everything up. Okay, well, they're playing a spell that's not Niv, so I like that. Okay, good reason to have Chandra. No Fabled Passage, please. Obviously. Wouldn't expect it any other way. We died. We did our best, though. We had fun. That's important. So, opponent kind of just best possible to us. They had carried it into Oath and free Omnath. Plus Bring to Light. Or Niv or whatever. How do I beat that? On the draw. I don't think I can. I definitely like the Chandra's a lot more, considering the context of Omnath. And this being an important card. How weird would it be for me to board Pithy Needle just to turn off Chandra or Caryatid? Probably just really fucking weird. Okay, we drew our land. They have Bring to Light, Dreadbore. Alright, I mean, let's kill this Omnath and attack with my 1/1s. We'll see what we can do. I mean, I think it's over, but got a handful of stuff. Somewhat of a board. I don't know. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope. I guess the way... No, yeah. Their hand was just nasty. They could have, like, played a Thoughtseize and then Oath of Guide me, I guess. That's the way it's better, but... Could even board in Chain Whirler and hope that they block with the Caryatid. It's pretty nice. I guess, I assume this is Tulsimir, fight this, attack Chandra. Okay. So, what do I want to do? I think I just want to try to not draw them. And what does that look like? Less Snoop, more stuff. Kind of like just no ringleaders. I want to keep the Chandra for Omnath, because they'll probably be able to interact with what I'm doing. And then I can put in the other 1-drop. I'm just trying to figure out if I think that I can beat the 6/6. Like, I think I'm just going to lose to a 6/6 dragon, so I don't know if ringleader matters. Could even add Trash Master just as an extra lord. Try this though. Just thinking if I wanted to mulligan a land. Trying to figure out if I think that this hand is good enough to beat a Niv deck. It probably isn't, but obviously I get draw steps. And if I draw lands, it's not the worst. They kept 7 though, so... If they keep 7, it's probably just a Caryatid. And that's bad news for me. You could play black. I thought about playing black. If you wanted to play, I think it's called Amori as your companion, you could do that in the main deck. And if you played black, you could sideboard Self-Inflicted Wound versus the green decks and Niv. There's also a Goblin that's just like... It's just a 2-mana 3/1 haste. I actually think it's probably pretty good. So, maybe you could try red-black, potentially. Just for some Self-Inflicted Wounds and that. The red-black mana base kind of sucks, but it's definitely doable when your mana's already so clean. So I guess I probably want to draw the card Goblin Rabble Master here. I want to see tap land into tap land. Please and thank you. Rabble Master or a 2-drop would be good, potentially. Shock Caryatid is not what we want to see. I'm thinking, so. Might just be a removal spell. Sure. It's still not good for me, but I think it's better for me than them playing Caryatid. It's not a permanent mana source. I don't think this draw gets there, though. Like, the important aggressive cards are Rabble Master. Pile Driver, I think, is one of them, but obviously they're the Dreadbore. And then... what was the other card? I think there was some other card I wanted. Oh, I think, yeah, just the Battlecry Goblin. Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker is the other card. I think if I have a good Bushwhacker draw versus Niv, it can probably be really potent. Maybe I drop Bushwhacker next turn. That would be, like, obviously very good. So much pressure, but... I might just go Dreadbore Othakaya. I have no idea what this is. Could be Kolaghan's Command. I'm at least in this spot where, like, lands and spells are both decent. So if they shoot this and Kolaghan's Command me, I guess I'm... Actually, no. I think I'm discarding Firebrand. Sure. Well, if they do nothing and I draw land, it's 1 billion damage. How likely is that? Well, not very likely, but... Yeah, that could be interesting, though. Just... I guess I would cut the Dragon Fodder effect. This is just space. I really would not want to play with Dragon Skull Summit. Valky. Okay. I'm down. It's the same difference, right? Doesn't actually matter. They're just blocking one of these regardless. Are they dead? So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, well, they had a shitty turn. We'll take it. Then just untapped red land that dealt 6 damage when I had no spells. Sheesh. Alright, let's see if we can get to 5-0, baby. A lot of 4-1s. A lot of 4-1s. No 5-0s, though. We've been 4-1ing with, like, some rogue stuff, too, so I've been content. And Pioneer cards are cheap as dirt, so it doesn't even matter if we down 5-0. As long as I can keep buying cards and keep playing, I'm down. This format's sweet. If you haven't played Pioneer, you should definitely check it out. You should buy this Goblin deck for like 20 tickets. And then, there you go. Alright, playing against Gigantha, which means a bunch of stuff, right? Sounds good though, so I'm gonna keep it. We're on the draw. Steam Vents. I think that means Jeskai Ascendancy. Which could be tricky. My hand's pretty good. Don't care it did. No, alright, we lost. Maybe the best card in Pioneer. Maybe low key, everyone's like it's Thoughtseize, it's dig through time, blah blah blah. Maybe it's just Sylvan Caryatid. Every time my opponents play this card, I'm just like, I lost. The game ended. I did my best though. Alright, so we play this, sadly. We double spell next turn, we draw a land, and just hope that they're dead. I think they kept a 7-card hand, so. Alright, we're not getting Omnath this turn at least. Like, my draw is very good. I get to go Prospector into Battlecry Goblins, so I don't even need the land necessarily. And then just double up. Alternatively, what I can... I could Prospector, buff my board, attack, get a 1/1. Is that ever better? I'm just getting in for 3 this way. Still think this is worth doing. You know what I could have done that almost assuredly would have been better? Just play this. Yeah, I punted. Because, like, now I get the 4 mana, but I don't know if that matters. Like, this deals an extra point and I get a 1/1. And then my board is this tapped instead of this in play. And then I still have 1 mana plus activate. So, yeah, I punted. We'll see if it matters. It's Omnath. Yeah. I get it. You're playing a deck with the busted cards that haven't been banned. You're very smart. I respect that. I don't mind Omnath, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the card ends up being too good at some point, but the gameplay against it, it doesn't really bother me. Okay. So, 1-drop haste or Battlecry Goblin sack haste? I guess Battlecry Goblin sack haste. I can, like, turn these into Lotus Petals to buff this, but I don't think that's relevant. So I lose this. I don't think it matters. We just jam. What if I didn't give it haste? What if I just played a Firebrand and attacked with all? Keep my Prospector. Wonder if there's a way I can kill the Omnath. So if I attack all now, and then I sack with Prospector after they block, I buff, and then I sack a different thing, I can Firebrand it. Is that worth it? My alternative play is sack Prospector, haste here, 9, this is like 1 billion, and then I get a bunch of 1/1s. Or I can just... I'm trying to think if I'm supposed to let them keep this stupid Omnath or not. Because I give up a lot to kill it, but I still have a good board state, right? Like, I lose Battlecry Goblin, Skirk Prospector. I just lose the 1/1. So I kind of just want to alpha here. It depends if they block this or not. So I think I figured out what I want to do. I'm assuming they're gonna block a battle cry goblin, I guess. I don't know if this is correct. Killing Omnath seems pretty important to me, though, and I think with what I'll have left will be good enough. So I need sack a goblin here, sack a goblin here, pump here, and then I can sack 2 goblins to just deal a bunch of damage and kill this, or I can sack 1 goblin and the firebrand from my hand to kill it. Which I think is better. I probably could have done this better. Maybe this wasn't supposed to come in haste. Sure. Nice. I think I played that well-ish. Like, I think it was important to bait them into letting the Omnath go. And like I said, I think just with what I was left with, it was going to be enough for me to be able to win. Okay. So I can have Chandra for Omnath. I can also just have Lava Coil. I don't think they're going to be boarding in like Monastery Mentor. They're going to have Radiant Flames, which is a reason to have Chandra. And then I could try Chain Whirler just to cheese them if they block a 2-power guy and have Caryatid. I think that there is actually maybe something to that. And then this gives me 4 Omnath answers, which I can get behind. So I don't even know if I need any Snoops. Like, they're a combo deck with Radiant Flames. It's going to be okay at post Radiant Flames, but I'm kind of down to just have 0. I think if I want something to rebuild me from Radiant Flames, I might just actually want Ringleader over Snoop, and I don't know that I want either. Those other cards seem good. Try this. Oh my... Does the Alpine Moon do anything, actually? No, it doesn't do anything. I just thought I was an idiot and was supposed to board it in because my brain's tiny. Never mind. What the fuck? Shut up. I don't know. I was talking about combo decks, I guess. In my mind, I'm like, wait, it's a combo deck. I boarded an Alpine Min versus Lotus Field. But no, I'm just stupid. That card does nothing. It just fixes their mana, right? Okay, I'm not going to keep this hand, I don't think. I could. Rabble Master seems like an important card. It's bad versus Radiant Flames. But it does kill Omnath. Mulliganed. Goblins will save me. I believe in the Goblin deck. And it's not what I want, but the thing about the 1-drops in this Goblin deck is like they're not that aggressive. There's one 1-drop that you really want. Unless you're playing against an elf deck. Okay, we got the coil for Omnath, and if they don't have Omnath, you can jam a Rabble Master. Sure. Maybe we're dead next turn. What are you gonna do? Yeah, maybe I just want Pithy Needle, dude. It feels stupid, but adding black for the sideboard plan is kind of cool. I don't think we can win this game. Like maybe they don't try to go off this turn, but like we're not killing them, right? You also have blue. Like, you could just splash another color for sideboard cards. For sure, if you wanted to. You got blue for, like, Mystical Dispute, Spell Pierce, Disdainful Stroke, whatever. Whatever you see fit. Giganta, yip yip. So I wasn't sure about the Castle Emerith. Like, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't know if it was going to be relevant. Like, this is a spot where drawing it would actually be pretty great because I just have all these useless idiots in play trying to clock them. If they just have absolutely nothing, I guess they have the Giganta to block this, which isn't great for me because I want to deal with the Caryatid more than anything else. Sure. Could they just be dead here? I just can't block this, right? They have Giganta. Oh, no, they're just dead. This is so much damage. They can't even block this anyway. That's like a billion damage. It's 13. So they have to shock this, otherwise they die. Okay. Well, that was easy. Cool.